This will be very, very brief, very concise, and very informative. I know a lot of people have inquired about security, and so we've talked to their interim athletic director, and he's assured us that there will be additional security in the stadium. And really, with 11 o'clock kickoff, I think things will be fine. I know there is some student activity there to try to make sure that Nebraska fans are treated well. We'll see how that works out. But at least they're making that initiative. So as far as we can tell, we've done everything we can. I think the Penn State people have done everything they can. And so we feel relatively good about things. And I think those fans that are going there will be okay. Can't guarantee anything, because when you're dealing with a large crowd and somewhat of a different situation, there are no guarantees. But on the other hand, I think from what I know, that the proper steps have been taken. Okay?
Tom, at any point was there any discussion of the game not being played at all?
I don't really think so. I asked them what their thinking was at Penn State, and their indication was no, that they wanted to play the game. And so, as far as we know, that it's always been on.
Could the game have been moved to a different venue?
Well, that would have been really hard. You got 110,000 people, and if you moved it to Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, you're looking at 60,000, 70,000 seats, and so that would have been pretty awkward with short notice. So I don't think that was ever seriously considered. But I really don't know what all they thought about back there. So we just had a very brief conversation this morning, and they've had their hands full.
Did you try to speak to Joe?
No, I haven't been able to talk to Joe. I might try to give him a call tomorrow. But no, I haven't talked to him. Okay, that'll do it for you guys.
Tom, are you still suggesting that fans consider not wearing red?
Well, I think that I wouldn't say they shouldn't, but if you got a red sweater or red shirt on, that's great. But probably most people have a winter coat that's not red, and so if they want to wear that, that might not be a bad idea. I just don't know if it's a good idea in this circumstance to stand out. And but I'm pretty sure that I'm about 99% sure that this is going to be pretty much like a normal game, and they're not going to be treated any different there than they would be anyplace else. That's just my instinct. But again, I guess you can't promise. There's nothing sure. So.
Hey Tom, can you just comment? I mean, you know Joe Paterno and have known him for so many years. For his, I guess, career to end like this, just what kind of goes through your mind? Well,
this is difficult for everybody. Everybody that knows Joe, everybody that cares about Joe, difficult. But it is what it is, and I just don't know enough of the facts, what happened. I don't know if anybody knows everything that has happened. And so we tend in our culture to rush to judgment. And anyway, I feel bad about him and his family. I feel bad about the people who were victimized, very, very bad about them. Because, you know, I work with kids a lot, and that's something we all have to be concerned about is our children.
What's up? How about it? Anybody got any questions?
How did your team finish in terms of the practices we had?
Well, we had good week of practice. I mean, I thought today was as good a focus as we've had all year, and I think we practiced well and ready to go out there and play football.
Well, how do you imagine the atmosphere is going to be out there in light of what's going on?
I don't know. That's something we can't control. I mean, I don't care. Whatever it is, it is.
You comfortable with what you're possibly going into?
It is what it is.
Do you have any concerns about the players' safety? Any concerns whatsoever?
No, I mean, people got to do their job. That isn't my job that's somebody else's concern, and you got to trust that the powers that be are going to make sure that they do their job, and that's what we're trusting in, and go with that.
Well, were you involved in any discussions about the status of the game through the week, or did you kind of leave that to Tom?
I haven't heard anything about it. I just do my job and get ready to play football.
it been more difficult to keep sort of the routine and the focus the same this week?
No, why?
What are your thoughts on Coach Paterno?
I already addressed that early in the week.
You know, Bo, 5-6 years ago, you had to manage a lot of distractions through Hurricane Katrina and coach a team that was really dealing with a lot of distractions. What did you learn about that process, and what did you do during that time to help you kind of get your players focused and away from some of the things that were going on?
Well, we're not in that. That's a much different situation than I'm in. We're pretty far removed from that situation, and our players understand you can control what you can control, and that was our week of preparation, trying to get ready to play a football game, and you know, so I mean, that was that. The situation I was at during Katrina, that hit pretty close to home, so that was a totally different situation.
But you do know, I mean, you've coached through distractions. You probably know about it better than a lot of people.
In this environment, where we live right here, you coach through distractions every week.
How's Chase Rome been this week in practice, Coach?
Okay, he practiced out there the last couple of days, and see how it goes.
How about Jamarcus Marcus?
He's fine. Practiced. He hasn't missed any practice.
A lot of the guys said that it seemed like practices were a little more intense this week. Did you notice that?
I would hope they're always intense. Like I said, I thought we had a pretty good week of practice. Now we got to carry it over to the game. We're playing a good football team, a very talented football team. So it'll be. We need to come out. We need to play well.
Do you have a sense of how? I mean, obviously you can't control what's going on, but their emotion may affect the game. How do you channel that? You know, Penn State's emotion. That is.
You don't. It's how they channel their emotion. We got to. I mean, that's. Like I said, all we can control is us. How this all pertains to Penn State, that's how they deal with it. Their players, and we control us, and that's how you got to approach it.